It's my privilege to invite Professor E. Hariprasad Garu, Department of Business Management, Vankeswari College of Engineering, Karimnagar, Telangana State. I invite S. Krishna Chaitanya, HOD, Department of Geology, to present Sir a flower. Now I invite our PG students P. Nandini and N. Monica to lead us in a prayer, reminding us to surrender and seek guidance.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय धीमहि गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि भुजेशाय चंद्राय श्री गणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि भुजेशाय चंद्राय श्री गणेशाय धीमहि.
Let's inaugurate today's session with a light lamping ceremony. I would like to request all the dignitaries to light the lamp and start today's event. We start any event with lighting the lamp, symbolizing the spark of knowledge and insight that will guide us. Thank you for lighting the lamp. Now I would like to invite our principal, Dr. K. Ramaraj Garu, for his opening remarks.
Respected Honorable Dr. M.B.S. Prasad Garu, Secretary Sir C.R. Reddy Group of Institutions, respected Dr. K.S. Vishnumohan Garu, Correspondent Sir C.R. Reddy Autonomous College, respected Sri Kanath Srinivas Rao Garu, Correspondent PG Courses, respected K. Visweswara Rao Garu, Vice Principal Sir C.R. Reddy Autonomous College, respected Dr. V.R.S. Babu Garu, Director PG Courses, and today's seminar or workshop Chief Resource Persons, Professor Brahmaji Rao Garu from Acharya Nagarjuna University, and Professor Hariprasad Garu from Vagheswari College of Engineering, Karimnagar. My dear colleagues, press and media, very good morning to all of you. Today, the inauguration program for seminar on research methodology, actually enhancing research skills and the methodology involved in it as a faculty development program. Our college is regularly arranging this type of faculty development programs. The intention and the desire of our management is to improve the quality of the faculty first, and then automatically the quality of education as well as the quality of students also will improve. So as a part of this program, our management is continuously encouraging to arrange these programs. Previously, we have arranged a faculty development program on artificial intelligence by Professor Srinivas Chakravarti. And today, what are the recent trends and the developments or improvement skills in enhancing the quality of research as well as the updating skills in research methodology. So the important aspects of NAC as well as autonomous colleges is arranging the faculty development programs, particularly in these areas, that is entrepreneurship as well as research methodology. So our management is also encouraging the faculty to do research. Either all the faculty are instructed to register for PhD, for part-time PhD, and they are continuously encouraging for the publication of papers also. So those faculty which will acquire PhD during the program, during their career, the management encourages them by giving them 2 advance increments. Similarly, the faculty which will complete their net or set programs, they are also will be given 2 advance increments. This is only to encourage the faculty to improve their quality. That's why arrangement of these type of programs as well as encouraging faculty to do research as well as to publish the papers also. In publication of papers also, the management will giving financial support for the publications also. So the only thing is we have to utilize these opportunities and improve our qualities, and also if you improve your quality, that will be beneficial mainly for you, then automatically it will be beneficial for the students. So I request all of you to utilize this type of faculty development programs, whether it is online or offline. The NAC also insists us to organize as well as to involve in these faculty development programs. Sir, our secretaries are also today shared a faculty development program that was organized by B.V. Raju College, Bhimavaram. So, all of you should involve this type of faculty development programs, whether online or offline, and the active involvement is more important. Just starting opening the program and not concentrating on that, that will not be useful for us. So, complete involvement. Similarly, the Kovur ABM PRR college was also organized an FDP program, but unfortunately, the program is also scheduled for today. So, these type of programs will certainly help you to improve your academic standards as well as academic career also. So, the Professor Brahmaji Rao Garu from Nagarjuna University and also Hariprasad Garu from Karimnagar, and also today afternoon session, Professor Uday Bhaskar Garu from Acharya Anna University is also coming here, and he will give his lecture and his program in the afternoon session. So after completing this inauguration program, you can divide it along with the students. The science students as well as the students and faculty will be here only, and Professor Brahmaji Rao will give us the idea, and also for regarding arts, commerce and MBA students and faculty in PG seminar hall, the Professor Hariprasad Garu will take the class. So the only thing is what the resource persons, they are coming all the way from long places to address us, to give their idea, and what are they will encourage you how to do research, and also if you have any type of doubt regarding the how to register PhD and how to write their exam. Actually, government is organizing examinations for doing research, and directly we cannot join in a PhD program, whether it's part-time or full-time on our own. But the universities, private universities like Yale University and this type of Ketham's University, they are directly taking the faculty by arranging their test. So you try to attend those tests and you try to attend those the net exams number of times and try to achieve it. Then certainly that will help you for your career. And this type of, I request once again all of you to utilize the resource persons that are coming to our college and improve your academic standards. The only for that time only we have arranged this program. I congratulate the Research and Development Cell of our college, Professor G.R. Sachinand Garu, and IPSC coordinator Dr. G. Ramu Garu for arranging this program for the faculty development. I thank you one and all for giving me this nice opportunity to share my few views in this aspect. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your opening remarks. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our Secretary, Sir, Dr. M.V.S.V. Prasad Garu, to share a few words.
Respected Hari Prasad Garu and Brahmaji Garu, the guest of the day, and our principal Ramdas Garu, Vice Principal Mrs. Garu, PG Director Bob Garu, and the correspondents of the managing committee, Sri Dr. K. Vishnumohan Garu and K. Srinivas Garu, and the faculty of our college and the students. Good morning to all of you. And it is a very useful and important program. The methodology of research, that is a fundamental program. You have to notice the words itself that denotes the meaning. Research is innovative thinking, what we have heredited from so many centuries of our cultural India. Most of the time, we believe the Westerns, what they have invented. Recently, I have studied in WhatsApp, a small WhatsApp news by one of the great professors in aerospace, Ranveer. The precision in research is important. That's what he has observed. Without any precision, just we produce the paper, that's not important. Actually, his a lifetime experience is very interesting because most of you are teachers, great people. That's the reason. Giving an example, I have shared it from one of our principals group or one of the principal. And research, he got a seat in famous Kharagpur IIT. He was very happy. He studied there with full of books and so many facilities to come up in the life. Incidentally, he has to go to USA for further studies. He studied there in somewhere Minneapolis University. He described the life, V6, V8, motor cars, luxuries, touch screen computers in those days itself, and so many innovative things, skyscrapers, and it's a different world. But the lifestyle and the fundamental research, he was a bit not annoyed, he is very happy. Ultimately, he came to India for a visit after working for a decade. He visited so many places. India is a country with rich cultural heritage, methodical things, and our people in the great days who invented a rust-free iron pillar in Delhi and Dhaka muslin sarees which can be weighed with the gold and the quality. And he gave an opinion, Chinese goods, very cheap. He went to the shop, optical stores. The lens is 100 to 150 rupees. So he is not happy, it is a lightweight and so many things. Then he went to the Bengali optical shop. There is no customer. And he requested the shop owner to show the glass. These glasses are sturdy and he asked are they scratch proof? Yes, they are scratch proof. Then he purchased the glasses for 600 rupees. And still after 30 years of use, he is still using the glasses. That is the quality of the products we have to produce with the research. That's more important. Next, we have a cultural metallurgy, we have what I had told. Old calculus, they are mathematicians invented long before, and so many things. So we have our own heritage, Dhaka muslin sarees, weighing with the gold. But ultimately, we have destroyed our culture by introducing English. That's the reason I firmly say the British introduced English. Why? They want more clerks. In that process, we have forgot all our cultural habits, all our things, and so many innovative things in our history. And astronomy were superior in those days itself. So this made us a step behind. Everybody thinks my son is in US, my son is in England, but what we have, what we forget, we should also remember. Simple glasses, like that, very innovative products to improve their cloth business. They have destroyed our sari, our cloth business, because this sari business or cloth business is one of the oldest, highest employed productivity in our country, the weaving community. After the farmers, that is the only strongest community where they produce variety of products. What is the research behind it? It is a group habit and innovative things. Yesterday I studied a sign in Nujividu Venas, how beautifully they are making. Let us improve ourselves in that research activities with our own innovative way. This man went to against Switzerland. So he had a coat. 2 buttons are loose, coat button. Then he went to a shop in India. He showed such a fine needles, gold tipped needles, which are not available. The quality of work in Switzerland. And a peaceful life, peaceful environment, worry-free life, disciplined people. That's what we need. And that's the ultimate goal. Without discipline, without commitment, we cannot grow. Otherwise, everything is in a LGAC, everything is a imported thing. That should not be our motto. Made in India, what the present government wants. We have to develop our own way with our own research. At the same time, environmental protection is very important for our growth. The greenbacks, they are introduced a long time ago. How many of you are utilizing it? So let us develop a disciplined society with commitment so that we country also develop like any other country and we become one of the top countries in the world. So take a pledge and develop our country with innovative ideas and research and let us become one of the most disciplined and environmental free country. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your insights. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Saravar, Vice Principal, to offer his wishes.
A very good morning to one and all. Our respected Honorable Secretary, Dr. M.S.V. Prasad Garu, our Honorable Correspondent, Dr. K.S. Vishnu Mohan Garu, Honorable Correspondent for PG courses, Kanala Srinivasara Garu, our beloved Principal, Dr. K. Ramaraj Garu, Dr. Y. Sadish Babu, Director for PG courses, today's resource persons, Professor E. Hariprasad Garu and Professor Brahmajira Garu, and my dear faculty and my dear students. Today, the Department of Research and Development Cell is organizing a national workshop on enhancing research skills. to create awareness among the faculty how to pursue PhD and how to write papers in a research methodology in association with internal quality assurance cells. Professor Brahmarajirao garu related to School of Environmental Sciences from Nagarjuna University. School of Environmental Sciences is a research hub in Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. So those who have been selected in Jawaharlal Nehru University in an entrance test, automatically they will be getting a junior research fellowship as well as on par with the NET or SET to pursue PhD for 4 or 5 years. So to create opportunity for the students, this type of opportunity. So thank you very much for giving me opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your words. Now, I would like to invite Dr. V.S. Babu Elmadigar, Director, PG Courses, to share his views.
Good morning, everyone. Respected our Honorable Secretary, Dr. M.B.S. Prasad Garu, respected Correspondent of Autonomous College, Dr. K. Vishnu Mohan Garu, respected PG Correspondent, Kanal Srinivasarao Garu, beloved Principal, K. Ramaraj Garu, Vice Principal, Viseswarao Garu. Today, research person in this occasion, Professor Brahmarajirao Garu, Dr. Hari Prasad Garu, hearty welcome, sir, and esteemed faculty members and dear students. It is both a pleasure and a privilege to welcome you all to our workshop today titled Enhancing Research Skills, a workshop on methodology. In an evolving academic landscape, the ability to conduct meaningful research is more important than ever. Research is the backbone of any academic institution, and it is essential that we equip our students and faculty with the necessary skills to conduct high quality research. Research is a serious scientific approach and it requires sufficient planning and organizing. Research requires planning, hypothesis, evaluation, data or information analysis, critical thinking, information synthesis, logical and well thought out presentation. Research is not just a formal academic exercise. It is a powerful tool for problem solving and innovation. Some of the essential research skills are goal setting, time management, problem solving, critical thinking, planning and management, investigative skills, analytical and fact checking skills, interviewing skills, note taking skills, observation skills, report writing and communication skills, etc. Research methods are specific procedures for collecting and analyzing data. Developing research methods is an integral part of research design. Research methodology is the backbone that guides how we conduct our investigations, ensures the reliability of our results, and maintain the integrity of our academic activity. Research has the power to transform lives and drive innovation by enhancing our skills, contribute to the advancement of knowledge, address societal challenges, and make a meaningful impact in our respective fields. I would like to take a moment to thank our management and dedicated faculty members who have worked to organize this workshop. I also want to express my appreciation to our guest speakers who have taken the time to share their expertise with us. We are incredibly fortunate to have such knowledgeable individuals leading our sessions for today. I am confident that this workshop will provide a platform for participants to engage the experts, share knowledge, and learn from each other's experience. Thank you once again for your presence today. I wish you a fruitful and engaging workshop. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for extending your warm wishes. Now, I would like to invite Dr. J.S. Satyanarayana Garu, Director, RBC, to introduce today's chief guest to this august gathering.
Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, faculty members, guests, dear participants, good morning to one and all. We are delighted to welcome Professor B. Brahmarajirao Garu, a highly respected environmental scientist, accomplished academician and a research leader, as our guest speaker for the National Workshop on Enhancing Research Skills, a workshop on methodology. for this forenoon session. Professor Rao is head of the Department of Environmental Sciences of Nagarjuna University, who have over 28 years of teaching experience and 24 years of research experience. He has made remarkable contributions to environmental toxicology, mangrove conservation, disaster risk reduction, and sustainable environmental management. His dedication and expertise earned him a State Best Teacher Award 2024 from the Government of Andhra Pradesh. Dr. Rao research conducted during his PhD, Andhra University focused on conserving and managing the Koringa mangrove forest for showcasing his commitment to environmental sustainability. A prolific researcher, Professor Rao has authored 24 books, 5 research book chapters, and over 180 research papers, along with numerous conference presentations. He holds a patent and has led major government-funded research projects, collaborating with top organizations like UNDP, NIMHANS, and AP Biodiversity Board. Beyond academics, he has held a key leadership role shaping curriculum development, policy making, and student membership across multiple universities. His guidance has helped 17 PhD scholars, with 6 more currently under his supervision, along with numerous MPhil and PhD degrees, along with postgraduate students. Professor Rao has also shepherded several impactful environmental and disaster preparedness programs, including City Disaster Management Plan for Vijayawada, Hazard Risk Assessment and Earthquake Preparedness Programs, Sustainable Waste Management Training Programs, People's Biodiversity Register Development for Krishna District, with over 200 keynote lectures and guest talks delivered on national and international platforms. He continues to promote scientific literacy and environmental awareness as the Executive Director of the Center for Environmental Education and Ecological Development of India. He remains at the forefront of eco-centric policies and education. Among his many prestigious honors, he has received State Best Teacher Award 2024 by Government of Andhra Pradesh, Telugu Tejam Jatiya Puraskaram 2022, Green Warrior Award 2022 by CEED India. Professor Brahmaji Rao's unwavering dedication to environmental sustainability, education, and research leadership makes him an invaluable part of our workshop. We extend our warmest gratitude for his presence and valuable insight. Thank you. Thank you.
Now I am honored to request Professor P. Brahmaji Rao Garu, HOD Department of Environmental Sciences, Acharya Nagarjuna University, Gurgaon, to give his inaugural speech.
Okay, good morning, all of you. చెప్పాలి అందరూ పిల్లలు గుడ్ ఓకే reciprocation is so much important for doing anything. I am very glad to participate in this workshop that is organized by the CR College, Eluru. The college is a landmark in a combined state. CR Reddy College is a landmark college in both states because they extended the education system in a discipline as a continuous manner. That is one of the virtue of this college. That was everybody is told towards this college. And at the same time, the encouragement and enthusiasm is giving to the students and the faculty members by our correspondent MVS Prasad Garu. At the same time, our secretary Vishnu Mohan Garu and our principal Ramaraj Garu and the IQAC director and the research center director. All these are enthusiastically arranged this workshop in a well manner. I am very happy. I am supposed to share some of the views related to the research methods as well as the data interpretation, and at the same time, the present scenario, how to enhance the skills related to the research methodology and the presentation of the papers in my PowerPoint in a detailed manner. I am very happy to interact in all the students and the management of the college. I wish this type of workshops is very essential to encourage the students and also the faculty members. That is so much important in this event. I am very happy to glad to our correspondents are, and at the same time our secretaries are for encouraging this workshop. I am very happy to interacting with the students as well as the faculty members in the coming session. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for the briefing. Now I would like to invite Professor B. Arthur Garu, Department of Business Management, College of Engineering, Karimnagar, PS, to extend his wishes.
Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, Sabhaya Namaha. Greatly respected Secretary Sir, Correspondent Sir, and Principal Sir. Today's Chief Guest, Chief Resource Person, Professor Brahmaji Rao Sir, and other dignitaries on the dais, and other faculty dignitaries, friends, and glittering stars of the C.R. Reddy College. A warm good morning to all of you. Good morning, all of you. Thank you. And I express my heartful thanks to C.R. Reddy College for giving me opportunity to take a session on research methodology on the occasion of workshop enhancing research skills. I am going to talk on research, why research is required, and how to select the research topics, literature, and how to map the literature, etc. We will discuss in the sessions. And in this occasion, I wish you all the best to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your question. As we came to the end of this inaugural session, just I want to make a small announcement. All the students and who are science students stay here, science students and faculty stay here, and students of arts and commerce, please attend the technical session in PG seminar hall. So, the management students also requested to attend later. Faculty and students of management, arts and commerce students are requested to attend the technical session in PG seminar hall. And the faculty and the students of science departments are requested to stay here. And we have a small tea break. I request all of you to take snacks and tea and attend to your technical sessions. Thank you, one and all.
దాంట్లో మాట్లాడాను అదే పవర్ ఉంటుంది దానికంటే ఇదే పవర్
కట్ చేసి బాక్స్ కట్ చేసి బాక్స్ ఇచ్చా అందులో బాక్స్ కొనసాగింది అదేనా
Okay, sir. Okay, good morning once again. Thank you. I'm very happy to interact some of the things related to the research orientation as well as the methodology, sampling, and at the same time data interpretation. In not only the research, while you are writing any scientific paper are evident towards the scientific facts as well as the figures which are interlinked with the publications. These are the very much important to all of you. That's why we are taking this significant workshop organized by the college management. I am delighted to give some of the brief inputs related to the techniques related to the methodology as well as the skills related to the analysis, and at the same time the interpretation how we are going to lead the any kind of problem or any kind of our objectivity. That is so much important. Once we can go through the and my
okay. Research refers to the systematic and innovative activities undertaken by the organizations to create a new products, services or processes to improve the existing ones. Actually, this is the innovative activities. Innovative activities means generally refers to the any kind of events. Generally, the things which are already available, that is how going to be enhance or any kind of modernization that is called as the innovation. The project we are calling it as startups. Any kind of startup is innovative. Like that, the innovation activities which are involved in a systematic manner, that is very important. That refers to the research. And coming to the create a new product. New product means not only we are processing the any kind of product, but the productivity related to the any kind of our observations, how we are going to process it, and how we are going to process it with the help of the science, technology, as well as the social relevance that is giving to the inconvenience or inconvenience that may be depending upon the our productivity. So the services and the processes, these are three important existing ones. Any nation's development is based on the research output and its applications frame the decision making and policy frameworks. Actually, this decision making and policy frameworks. Generally, the present government is talking about the zero hunger, zero poverty. Generally, that is coming from the sustainable development goals, having the 17 development goals. In the 17 development goals, we have the zero poverty and at the same time zero hunger, and the sustainable development goals is consisting of so many. These are the framework by the United Nations that can be adopted by the any party system or any political party or any government that is particularly obtaining this type of systems. So, the policy making or framework evolved from the research only. So, this research framework is giving the decision making and the policy framework. In Indian scenario, creating a new products is based on the increasing population and their legitimate needs to fulfill their livelihood is essential. Actually, the any kind of research is supposed to be indeed with the public. So the public interest is so much interest, so much essential to give the welfare measures as well as the improve the livelihoods. That is so much important. So for this scenario, we talk about the green revolution, particularly for the climate productivity. Once we have supposed to see there are three different revolutions, and each and every revolution is giving a much more scope to do the research till today. So the first one is the Green Revolution. So the Green Revolution is based on agricultural research that lead to the development on high yielding varieties of the wheat and rice. Actually, the Indian scenario tested generally the Norman Borlaug and MS Swaminathan in 1960 and 70s. So the increasing population is unable to meet the quantity of the food sources. The quantity of food sources is not sufficient to the increasing population. At that scenario, these two man is specifically to increase the wheat as well as the rice production. Then only the sufficient productivity, quantitatively we are sufficient to the Green Revolution. So this is mainly started in the International Maize and Wheat Improvement Center and Indian Council of Agricultural Research. This can play a vital role. Aim to address the food shortages, increase agricultural productivity, and achieve food security. And at the same time, there is an adverse scenario. Due to the Green Revolution, we are sufficient in a quantitatively, but we are lagging behind the qualitative. So qualitatively we are lagging behind, but quantitatively we are sufficient. Any developed nation is both qualitatively and quantitatively sufficient. Those nations who are not having a qualitatively lagging behind and quantitatively sufficient, that the nations can be called as a developing countries. I understood? India is a developing country because we are quantitatively sufficient but qualitatively lagging behind. How we are going to be a qualitatively fulfill our productivity, particularly any kind of productivity, that is mainly depending upon the research as well as the development of our activities. So Green Revolution is one promotion that is quantitatively we are meeting but qualitatively lagging behind. So that's why what we are supposed to do to improve the quality. That is one of the first area in the research, not only in agricultural sciences, it is a more interdependent as well as interdisciplinary approaches that can be related to this productivity. So that's why this is one of the significant understanding. Any kind of observations, particularly food shortage, increase in agricultural productivity, and achieve food security, we are sufficient, but qualitatively we are supposed to achieve today also. And research in plant breeding, genetics, and agronomy was crucial. Generally, once we are supposed to see the plant breeding experiments. Plant breeding experiments is afterwards the transgenic plants. Transgenic plants is a significant disease. So that's why genetics are a genetic engineering and agronomy. The agronomy field, these are all the relevant to the molecular level of the research in any kind of productivity that can come into the Green Revolution or any kind of plant products. So that this work is going on in the advanced countries or developing countries, but in developing countries, we are not doing the molecular level of the research. So we are supposed to be enhance the molecular level of the understanding and also do the molecular level of the research that is essential. That's why we can be seen. Next, experimental design and statistical methods and socio-economic impacts and sustainability concerns. Generally, these are all the taking considerations in any kind of research. And reduce famine and transform India from a food deficient to the and food sufficient nation. Generally, Green Revolution is one of the significant scenario. Particularly, we can talk about the primary productivity. And coming to the White Revolution. The White Revolution in India has a heavily reliant on research in dairy sciences and technology. Actually, mother feeding is the best feeding, but in those days, the milk is also a scarcity. That's why the White Revolution is one of the significant understanding in the scenarios. Studies on cattle breeding and nutrition and disease control were crucial for increasing the milk production. So in this, the particular relation, particularly cattle breeding and nutrition, The nutrition is mainly dependent on the cattle nutrition, mainly depending upon the grass. So automatically the grass production is so much important. So the grass is so many varieties of grasses are there. So Indian Grass and Fodder Research Institute is the interlinking between the green revolution as well as the white revolution. And at the same time, the milk productivity is how we are going to be increasing with the help of the nutritional input of the cattle. And at the same time, disease control is also one of the significant. The disease prone in cattle as well as the other milk giving animals, that is crucial for increasing the milk production. The scarcity of milk production has led to the white revolution. This is the secondary level productivity. But the white revolution and this is the secondary level productivity. This is initiated by the Ventus Korean, led by the National Dairy Development Board, and the technological innovations and improved pasteurization techniques, milk processing methods, and packaging, which enhance the safety and shelf life of the milk products. Actually, once we have seen the so many dairy industries and so many branded milk products and so many branded milk-based products in our dairy market, particularly each and every product, there is some trade relevance secret in there. That trade relevance secret is particularly based on the storage of the milk and packaging of the milk, and at the same time, pasteurizing technique. Pasteurizing means to remove the bacteria from the milk. That is also one of the significant. So the pasteurizing is the one of the process to boil the milk at 104 degrees centigrade, and afterwards we remove all the adverse microorganisms in the milk and then consume it. That is very much essential. Direct milk is not supposed to be extra. So data-driven approach, systematic data collection and analysis inform the decision making and policy formulations. Next, institutional support. National Dairy Research Institute provide the scientific knowledge and ongoing research focus on sustainable dairy farming practices, environmental impact reduction, and animal welfare improvement. These are all the essential things we are supposed to do, and each and every point we have seen the gap in the research. So this the gap in the research is also specifically observed. And India become a world's largest milk producer, improve the rural livelihood and empowered dairy farmers. So this white revolution is specifically not only the product of the milk, this is also interrelated to the social interactions, particularly based on the milk production, and at the same time the milk is also consisting of chemistry, microbiology, and also the molecular level of the levels which are keeping into the milk. These are all the part and parcel in the white revolution also. Then next one is the blue revolution. Our result is three revolution, green revolution, white revolution, and blue revolution. So we are supposed to see the blue revolution. Its main aim is to meet the needs of the protein and rich food initiated by Hirawal Chaudhary and Dr. K.H. Alikuni in the 1970s. So main organization is the Central Institute of Freshwater Aquaculture (CIFA) and Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute (CMFRI). These two are specifically the increasing population and the essential productivity of the protein rich, that is particularly fish, prawn, and other aquaculture related products. That is developed by the CIFA and CMFRI. And aim it to increase the production, meet the growing seafood demand of, and improve the fishing communities and livelihoods. So results: increasing fish production, development and aquaculture industry, and growth in the seafood export. Actually, due to the blue revolution, we are presently seeing so many aqua food exporting industries. Throughout the coastal belt, we are seeing this aqua food productivity that can be packaging and then the storage and also the transportation. This is one of the significant process which is involved in the blue revolution. Still, the blue revolution is facing so many problems due to the major hurdle is the not natural process. It is an artificial process which we are striving towards the increasing the productivity of the only fish. In not only natural pond systems, it is a maintained pond system. That's why we are faced with so many epidemic diseases as well as the epidemics born in the prawn, fish, and all the products. So we are striving towards the how to reduce this disease prone in the blue revolution. So that's why these are the three revolutions, particularly the processes in the nature that is producing the products, the primary productivity, secondary productivity, or tertiary productivity. That is the interrelevance to the one by one, and at the same time, they are directly or indirectly connecting to the growth of the man, growth of the human being, and the development of the human being, and nutritional perspectives, as well as the innovative mechanisms which are involved in the three revolutions are still continuing. Particularly, we are qualitatively lagging behind, but quantitatively we are sufficient. So that's why we can talk here about the malnutrition. The malnutrition is a major defect. That's why how to overcome the malnutrition, that is one of the important. And at the same time, these are how relevant towards the research. The research led to the development of a high yielding disease-resistant fish varieties and promoted sustainable aquaculture practices like reducing antibiotic use, pollution reduction, and eco-friendly farming techniques. Particularly, these are all the reducing antibiotics and pollution reduction and eco-friendly farming. They are very much essential in this sustainable aquaculture. Now, the oceanography study is essential for managing the fisheries and ensuring a long-term sustainability. Based on the types and based on coastal regions, the long-term sustainability is dependent upon the oceanographic studies. Next, socio-economic research is a crucial, equitable, and inclusive development can be seen in the blue evaluation. So these are all the perspectives which can be observed from 1960s and the 1970s onwards. Still, we are not competent to drive towards the qualitative research. So that's why qualitative research is very much important. So the qualitative research is mainly based on the facts and the figures, how you can be developed with the interaction of the any kind of farmers, interaction with the fishermen, interaction with the meat producers. Like that way, you can be developed the socio-economic as well as the social imbalances. How can be dividing in the society, that can be also one of the outcome of the research. That's why you can think about that lines, like that way can be our problem, our objectivity can be fulfilled with the clear understanding of the gaps can be identified with these evaluations. So in nature, the level of understanding depends on the surrounding environment and natural resources. So due to increasing population, pollution, and poverty, the social problems led to the fertile international. So any nations, growth is mainly increasing population. So increasing population is not supposed to be the increasing our resources, increasing our productivity. We have the finite resources only. The finite resources not meet the increasing population. And at the same time, it leads to the pollution levels, and pollution is not supposed to be a poverty is observed in so many places. These are the social problems next to the international growth. To overcome any social issue based on the scientific and systematic approach is essential to display problem solving skill developed from the research. So, any kind of research not only related to the specific topic, that is mainly to develop a problem solving skill from the research. That is the main motto or objectivity of the our research orientation. So this is the systematic and organized process based on the aim and objectivity which mainly involves the collecting and analyzing data. So any kind of data generally you can be available that can be studied basically in a continuous pattern. So present situation, how we are going to draw, that is the main objectivity of the research. Generally, previous years or previous historical perceptions and historical identified papers is giving us some information, but that information is how in the US in the present situation. So that's why the present situation is particularly observed by ourselves and our aim as well as the objectivity of the study that can be depending on our innovative thinking towards the that is a very much essential. So organize the process based on the aim and objectivity and also involve the collecting and the data analysis. So systematic approach. This follows the structural approach and adhering to a predefined set of procedures and principles. So adhering to a predefined set of procedures and principles. That is one of the studies can be done by the Berryman and 2012. This is specifically talking about our approach toward any kind of problem solving skill or any adhering problem. Basically, we can be studying the basic principles. Generally, once we are supposed to see what is the difference between the science and technology. Science and technology. Science is the basic principles and technology is the basic principles. How we can be turned towards the technology, particularly to innovate the technology is giving a significant immobilization of the things which can be based on the principles. Actually, we have seen the fans. This is having the shaft system. Shaft system is generally in the previous years we have the use అంటారా మనం ఎగ్జిబిట్ కానీ లేకపోతే ఇవన్నీ చేసినప్పుడైతే అక్కడ ట్రెడిషనల్ గా స్టార్ట్ అయిన షాఫ్ట్ సిస్టమ్ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో అది ట్రెడిషనల్ మెకానిజం ఇది ఎలక్ట్రికల్ మెకానిజం ద్వారా ఈ షాఫ్ట్ సిస్టమ్ ద్వారా మేనేజ్ అవుతాయి. సో లైక్ ద ట్రెడిషనల్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్ ని or the basic innovative minds is turned towards the technological orientation involved in the principle. So any kind of science is giving the principle, the technology is giving the implementing and advancing the application in the particular situations. So that is the major observations can be seen in everyone. So this systematic ensures that investigation is conducted in a logical and coherent manner, minimizing the influence of extraneous factors and enhancing the reliability of the results. So logical and coherent manner. So logically and coherent manner, you have seen so many observations in and around of our circumstances based on the different types of patterns. That is also one of the things that can be seen in a daily and routine life. So objectivity and minimizing bias. Generally taking an objectives more than 4 or 5, the construction of your work or research is indifferent, but taking a 1 or 2 objectives that can be giving a pop-up with a slight horizontal line, horizontal growth can be seen. If you are supposed to take a more than objectives, so that is a vertically you are giving the information. But the output is seen to the horizontal objectivity only, not only vertical orientation. So that's why objectivity and minimizing is a very much essential in the research. So the researchers try to maintain an objectivity throughout the investigation, minimizing influence of a personal beliefs, values, biases on the research process and findings. So minimizing the influence of the personal beliefs. So actually any kind of indigenous beliefs that is not supposed to be hurtful to your research, And at the same time, values or biases on the research is also not supposed to be in your objective. As the commitment to impartiality is a crucial for ensuring the credibility and trustworthiness of the research. These are all the observed phenomena. Various techniques such as standardized procedures, control groups, blinding are employed to reduce bias. These are all the objectives how we can be minimizing and establishing our research work based on the objective orientation. So let's analytical examination. So the research involves through critical examination of the collected data going beyond a mere description to identify the patterns, relationships, and meanings. Any kind of analytical data can be critically examined is essential, and at the same time, collected data is going beyond a mere description or identifying patterns. So that is also to be understood with the help of the relationships and meanings. And researchers employ a range of analytical techniques, including a statistical analysis, qualitative analysis, and logical reasoning to extract a meaningful insights from the data. This analytical processes is essential for developing a sound conclusions and generations of new knowledge. This is very important in the analytical examination. So actually you can see so many kinds of researches. Particularly once we are thinking about the nature, we have consisting the abiotic system that is talking about the soil quality, water quality, air quality. These are the abiotic system. Once we are talking about the biotic system, particularly you can talk about the flora, fauna, and microorganisms. So and at the same time, the interaction between the abiotic systems to the biotic system, there is a liberation of the energy. So the energy is one of the significant. So in nature, the thought-provoking can be also be developed with our understanding. The primary producers, how can we interact with the atmospheric air? How can we interact with the water, and how to interact the energy systems? So the energy in the plant, how can we measure? Generally, the energy, how we can be measured in the plant metabolism system. That is only the respiration as well as the photosynthesis. So the commonest interactions like abiotic system with the plant processing or plant metabolism, that can be depending upon the taking of the water from the soil and atmospheric carbon dioxide and generating the photosynthesis rate. These are all the interlinking with the energy inbuilt in the plant and the productivity of the fruit or pollination and leaf structure. These are all played a vital role. Like that, the common thinking is supposed to build in your mind to develop to do the research in a particular plant. That is also consisting of your approach as well as your understanding, your collected literature. These are all striving towards the innovative idea how it will be built. And afterwards, the plant is also used for the medicinal purpose. Automatically, each and every plant having the primary metabolites and as well as the secondary metabolites. So the leaf or a stem or a root or a flower is having the which type of medicinal value that can be evolved with the understanding of the local people use it for different purposes or any kind of Ayurvedic medicine purposes. So automatically we can be worked on that also. Actually, in the COVID situation, the Anandaya is giving one of the medicine, but that is not recognized by the Ayush department. Why? That is also one of the gap once you are supposed to do the research. And how you can do the research? Having already the primary metabolites as well as the secondary metabolites present in the particular plants is identified, but the action or a physiological action of the particular plant primary metabolites and secondary metabolites is not certainly recognized. due to lack of a scientific evidence or a scientific mechanism. So that presently we are thinking about the primary metabolites to secondary metabolites. That is, again we can go for the what are the nanoparticles which are present in any kind of primary metabolites and the secondary metabolites. That is one of the advanced mechanism to identify the nanoparticles which are involved in any kind of plant that reducing any kind of disease. So this is the somewhat advancement to identify the mechanism which with the help of the liberated enzymes or liberated hormones or liberated any kind of metabolites with the help of the extraction, green synthesis extraction, and what are the nanoparticles are present in the particular plant. Like that way, you can be situated the interactions with any kind of the nature. That is also once you can think and to develop the problem. That is very much enthusiastically we can be developed in our own mind cloud. So that type of innovative observations can be seen in this society also. Next, the role of review literature and data analysis. So, generally, once you are supposed to see any kind of work that can be targeted or designed by ourselves. So that is particularly depending upon the nature of interest. That nature of interest is basically developed with the regular reading of the interested topics, particularly any kind of work or any kind of interested related to the particular work, automatically we can be read continuously. Generally, once we go for the newspaper, some of the people will see only the sports column. Some of the people are going to see the only cinema reviews, and some of them going to the political reviews, and some of them are social relevance news. Like that way, you can say. But there is no scientific relevance article in newspaper generally. So once you are supposed to see the any kind of scientific relevance as well as the scientific significance, that it may not be evolved, but you can be developed the different facets of the news. There is a sports column. The sports column is also having the psychomotor skill. The psychomotor skill means nothing but a muscle as well as the eye vision contact. Then only the skill is developed. And what are the measures you are supposed to balancing the muscle as well as the our psychological input to be coherent and correlated at a specific time duration. Then only you can be winning chance. So that relation can be studies can be developed in the science also, in the sports also, particularly the sports sciences is basically that is studying the recent innovative methods, particularly involve these techniques, the relevance of the game, cricket as well as football or any kind of athletics. These are all related to the psychomotor skills. While doing the timing also one of the factor. That's why the sports sciences are also very interesting in related to the winning of the chance. Like that, any kind of relevances that may be depending upon the interpretations as well as the interdisciplinary approach is very much essential. That's why I am also taking these three revolutions, particularly the green revolution, white revolution, and well as the blue revolution. These are the primary as well as the legitimate means to the human being. And at the same time, these three are consisting the social relevance, and at the same time scientific relevance, and at the same time business as well as the marketing of the products. These are all the common things can be observed in the three revolution in up to the 1960s, 70s, 80s. So in the up to 1980s, you can see the any kind of productivity is now supposed to be available in India. There is a scope to be exporting of the things. And after 1980s or before 80s, there is one of the particular significance that can be seen. That is a GATT, General Agreement for Trade and Tariff. 1980s before, we have seen the general agreement for trade and tariff is there. And afterwards, gas can be removed and the process can be observed. That is the LPG, liberalization, privatization, and globalization. So the liberalization and privatization and globalization is observed after 1980. Automatically, the research related to the any field, the research related to the any field is supposed to be ultimately global level, not in the local level. So that interesting field can be seen. So that's why the relevance of the any kind of research, while I am supposing to say the productivity as well as the services. Coming to the services, the LPG, the liberalization and productivity and globalization is giving a scope to enhance your research as well as enhance your skills is a very much essential. That's why our nation, central government is also going to the skill development boards and skill development is the outpouring the government. Particularly the old traditional practices is innovated by present situational as well as the emotional intelligence that can be leads to the your priority of the logical thinking as well as the inventing the recent type of this. So that's why these are all the facts related to the researching. And coming to the thus previous understandings can be identified with the review of literature. So the importance of review of literature is also thing. So the provides the context. Literature review provides a broader perspective on a topic, identifying the key concepts and theories. They establish the correct state of a research on this topic. So the literature review provides a broader and perspective on a topic. While you are already thinking, first you can be learned about the broader levels. That is very much essential. Next, literature review reviews the area needing the further research, highlighting the unanswered questions. So this is also due to the study of the literature, you can identify the unanswered questions. So your problem is developed with the unanswered questions. This helps a formulate a research process that will help to contribute to the field. So the identifying of the gaps is only with the help of the study of the literature. So the review of literature is giving a scope particularly to identify the gaps and informs the methodology. Literature review guides the selection and appropriate data collection and analysis methods, highlighting the strengths and weakness of it. Different methodological approaches. So review of literature provides the context and identify the gaps and informs the methodology also. So this review of literature is a specific object. So establishing a significance, demonstrate the research importance and potential contribution, and at the same time highlight the existing knowledge and identify gaps in also identified, and justifies the need of research in its purpose when we see. Next, supporting the interpretation. So researchers explain a finding by comparing them to previous studies, and at the same time examines the alignment differences between the results and contributes to the theory development. So supporting the interpretation is mainly depending upon the collected literature and preventing duplication, ensure the original research and identify the existing studies to avoid duplication. Focus on research process not yet be explored. So these are all the specific considerations. So the research methodology. Next, review of literature can be very much enthusiastically understand about the research methodology. So research methodology is basically in any field or any not only science, social sciences or technology, and that is particularly the standard methodology is supposed to be implemented, and sometimes this methodology is towards your problem and towards your identified this one. There is a slight modifications according to the your observations. That is mainly depending upon the your sampling procedures. So the methodology is a standard operation procedures, and at the same time the SOPs is sometimes it may be converted based on the your objective. So the key aspects, generally, overall strategy or a blueprint that guides the research study. And at the same way, it specifies the type of study, research question, variables to be studied, and the method for collecting and analyzing data. These are all the commonly observed. The choice of research design depends on the research question and nature of the phenomena being studied and resources available to research. So actually, we have seen the variables to be studied. So generally, there is a independent variables, dependent variables. So independent variables and dependent variables generally commonly you can be seen in a graph. That is x-axis shows the continuous. Variables can be taken as a y-axis. So any kind of variables, that is mainly variables can be how it can be taking place. That is the basic understanding why we are going to take any kind of our studies with the different variables. So that's why you can be calculations and this one, the mainly depending upon this orientation. So variables to be studied. So the selection of variables is one of the main important in any kind of problem. So that's why variables can be taken as a major constraint. Next, experimental design. Cause and effect relationships between variables by manipulating the independent variables and observing its effects on the dependent variables. So these variables by manipulating the independent variables and observing its effect on the dependent variables. So this is also a particularly experimental design. Is giving a scope to understand. Immediately any type of problem you can be taking, not directly going, but you can study basically the variabilities and the independent variables, how can be correlated, then only you can choose the problem. Right that way you can be taking. So this design typically involves the use of control groups, random experiment, and standard procedures to minimize bias and ensure internal. So experimental design can be taken as a very significant. So the correlation design. So examine relationships between variables without manipulating them. So identify patterns associated with the explore and how changes in invariable like that we can use. Case study designs. Case study designs involves in depth analysis of a single individual group or event. Next, use it to provide a rich and detailed understanding of the phenomena with the natural conditions. So, like that, variables, invariables is one of the major subject. While we are supposed to give any kind of data interpretation, these are all specifically understood in the method. Next, the sampling. The sampling process selecting a subset population to participate in the research study. That is so important. And sampling frequency. The rate at which data is collected or sampled from continuous signal single source or a discrete source. That is very important. And at the same time, there are sampling types. That is categorized as probability sampling, non-probability sampling. Probability sampling is a ensures every member of the population has chance to be selected, while non-probability sampling relies on the subjective judgment or a convincing. So in almost scientific and other studies, we can be select the non-probability sampling body rather than the direct sampling. So within this category, there are various specific methods such as bone strengths and weaknesses. Simple random sampling, that is consisting of systematic sampling selected at a regular interval from the number list. And stratified sampling means subgroups and random sampling taken from each sample. There, like that way, you can select the different kinds of samplings can be observed in our studies. So non-probability sampling also, convincing sampling and purposive sampling and random sampling. Like that way, these are the three types of sampling can be seen. And sampling frame, these are grouped from which this sampling is drawn. And the difference between the sampling results and the population results is so specific. Particularly, these are all these blue lines there observed in the social sciences, particularly education, sociology, anthropology, like that way can be taken as this type of samples. So data collection methods. That is data collection methods depend on the research question, the type data needed and characteristics of the participants and take common to the data collections and methods include. So these are all the data collections methods. Generally, once we are supposed to see the data collection, is a primary level data or a secondary level data, that is so much important. Almost all the researches are based on the developed from the secondary data. The secondary data that can be giving the scope to develop the primary data. So only your primary data can be presented in any kind of research rather than the secondary data. But the scope of the secondary data is very much essential as a review or as a comparative studies, as a the changing scenarios, how we can be developed in the from 90s to 2000 to 2010. The changing scenario is also compared with the primary developed data. So the observations and same experiments and document analysis, these are all so much important in the data collection methods. So data analysis methods is also seen. So the choice of data analysis method depends on the type of data collected by the research project. And statistical analysis is so important in the data analysis that involves the numerical methods to summarize and analyze the data, identify the patterns, relationships, and test of hypotheses. And common statistical techniques include descriptive statistics and inferential statistics and multivariate analysis. So almost all the science, particularly life science students, are particularly SPSS. This is depending on the only statistics orientation. Directly, we are not supposed to do this statistical analysis. So this is a qualitative analysis. Qualitative analysis involves the interpreting on non-numerical data such as text, images, or audio recordings to understand meaning, themes, and patterns. And common qualitative techniques include the image analysis, content analysis, and grounded theory. So, particularly images and data, non-numerical data, can use the scope towards this side. So, emerging skills and data interpretation methods, particularly, we have seen the structured learning paths, consistent practice, and systematic methodology. These three are used with the systematic approach. And assessing the skill level of activities and minimizing the personal bias is crucial. Generally, first slide you can show you object evaluation is also very important. Then next, advanced interpretation. Data interpretation is also going to be unbiased interpretation. And critical thinking is also very much essential in the emerging skills. So this is the empirical evidence, practical application, and analytical examination, and pattern recognition, and replicability. These are all the each and everything is supposed to giving a specific orientation, particularly the science, life sciences, physical sciences, chemical sciences, and food and nutrition and biotechnology orientation. These are all interpreted in different ways, but the scope as well as our observations is incurred with your selected problem or your selected results orientation that may be modified. So that is the basic intervention side has the next assessing the quality of our results and reliability and validity. So the reliability and validity. Any kind, generally once we are supposed to see the nowadays we can maybe listen to the YouTube is social media. Any social media in YouTube, there is no reliability or validity. Anybody talk to like that freedom to speak, that's why they can make some video and share this. but there is no reliability, there is no validity. So, but we are listening and enjoying, but that is not seen in the research. So compulsory the reliability as well as the validity is very important. So key concept help us evaluate it. Reliability refers to the consistency of our measurements. A reliable results one that can be reproduced under similar conditions. So reliability is the consistency. Generally, if you are not supposed to be consistent, you are not supposed to achieve anything. Particularly in studies, as well as the research, as well as the academic affairs, as well as the administrative affairs, we need the consistency. And the regular practice and regular doing the duties, that is so much essential. Like that work only once we are supposed to do the research and to publish the paper, we are continuously committed ourselves, then only that can be fulfilled with ourselves. So that's why the consistency is very much important in the reliability, and validity refers to the accuracy. So the accuracy of our measurements. A valid result measures what claims to measure. So the particularly the reliability and validity is nothing but a consistency and accuracy. This consistency and accuracy is very much essential while we are doing any kind of our activities, particularly in research as well as the academic research. So the reliability and validity, the data interpretation in light of a collected review literature provides the scope of the discussion. Our discussion is one of the very important, particularly while we have studied the discussion part play a vital and the crucial role. That role can be giving the scope of the further research as well as the policy making and also any kind of framework inputs that can be given to this interlinkage. So this is very much important. So collected review literature provide the scope for the discussion section. Next, the role of discussion. Generally, the discussion section is where you interpret your result in the context of existing knowledge, that is common object, but crucial address is the reliability and validity of your findings and explain your findings, support to the contradict, expand upon the previous research and future research also. Next, limitations to our studies and potential impact on the results. Insights and implications and suggestions for future research is also very much important. Emphasis, a strong discussion demonstrates the significance of your research and its contribution to the field. So that is the role of discussion in research is very much important. Next, role of conclusion. Next, the conclusion, where we summarize the key findings of your research, provide the clear, concise answer to the research question. It should be based on the evidence presented in the results and discussion sections. A good conclusion will restart the research question, summarizes the main findings, state whether the hypothesis was supported or rejected. So, avoid introducing the new information or arguments to the conclusion. So it is a logical endpoint to the research, summarizing how the research question has started the introduction was addressed through the review of literature defined by the methodology, answered by the results, and interpreted the discussion. So the conclusion is also like this practice and this thing. So like that way, any kind of research is consisting of different aspects. I am giving only few lines as a one task. Test of the present in our actions while doing the research orientation and the writing the paper. These are the skills to be understood first of all. Then only you can start any kind of scientific paper as well as the DPR, detailed project report while you are doing anything. That is very much essential. Then these are all the aspects can be in our mind while we are doing the any kind of research or writing a paper related to the any topic. That's why we have some of the information which can be given to you, particularly Like that way, we have seen so many kinds of research as well as the development activities in and around, not only educated, but uneducated is also going to be doing a research, particularly to understand the social problems, to understand the situations prevail in the particular community, and to understand the interdependency of the any kind of their productivity or community welfare. They are also giving the scope to develop a any kind of scientific interrelationship related to the individuals, to the community level, community levels, to the government level. So like that way we have seen there are different facets, particularly in the research, not only having the science, not only the social sciences, and not only the technology. The basic advancements can be observed with the help of the understanding of the different kinds of intelligence, as well as the variables, as well as the invariable studies. And at the same time, our studies is how far it will be reliable or based on the variables, as well as the reliability, as well as the validity, and different statistical tools, how it can be developed, the river data. These are all the important in any kind of approach of the problem or your approach of this one. Like that way, we have seen in so many kinds of interrogation issues that can be understood. And at the current situation, particularly, we are now not specific to the pure science, that is chemistry, botany, zoology, not like that. But interdisciplinary approach is very much essential in scenario or enhancing the skills like that to can be seen. Generally, we have I have done more than 22 PhDs and graduates. Here is the madam, Vijayalakshmi madam, sir. Madam secretary of botany and PhD. And actually selecting of the problem. అంటే మేడం యొక్క ప్రాబ్లం ఇక్కడ నేను అర్థం చేసుకుని మేడం మీరు ఇక్కడ మీరు ఏదో కాబట్టి కొల్లేరు మీద మీరు వర్క్ చేయండి మేడం అని చెప్పడం, మేడం కూడా ఇన్నోవేటివ్ గా థింక్ చేయడం, ఏ ప్రాబ్లం మీద ఎలా చేయాలి అనేది కంటిన్యూస్ డిస్కషన్ చేయడము, డిస్కషన్ చేసిన తర్వాత రివ్యూ ఆఫ్ లిటరేచర్ కలెక్ట్ చేయడము, ఆ రివ్యూ ఆఫ్ లిటరేచర్ కలెక్ట్ చేసిన తర్వాత డేటా ఎలా కలెక్ట్ చేయాలనేది చూడడం, ఏ వాల్యూస్ తీసుకోవాలి, ఇన్వాల్యూస్ తీసుకోవాలి అనేది ఆలోచించడము. ఇలా కంటిన్యూస్ ఏంటంటే కంటిన్యూస్ డిస్కషన్ కన్సిస్టెంట్ మేనర్ జరుగుతూ ఉండటం వల్ల అంటే ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అనేది కోల్పోకుండా దాన్ని కంటిన్యూ చేస్తూ దాని మీద ఎలా చేయగలము అనేది. అంటే ఒక్కసారే మనం ఏదో చదివేసాం కదా వచ్చేస్తుందనే కాన్సెప్ట్ కాదు, కన్సిస్టెన్సీ ఉండాలి, యాక్యురసీ ఉండాలి. అంటే కంటిన్యూస్ గా మనం ఏదైతే ఆలోచించామో దాని మీద మనం వెంటనే పేషెన్స్ కోల్పోయి అక్కడ టీవీ కాకుండా దాని మీద కన్సిస్టెంట్ గా కీప్ చేస్తూ ముందుకు వెళ్ళితే గివింగ్ మేడం మీద కొల్లేరు మీద చాలా ఆల్రెడీ పేపర్స్ ఉన్నాయి, మీరు ఒకసారి సెర్చ్ చేసి తెలుస్తుంది. అట్లాగా మనకి రీసెర్చ్ ప్రాబ్లం అంటే ఎక్కడికో వెళ్ళి చేయాల్సిన పని లేదు. ఇన్ అండ్ అరౌండ్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ నేచర్ లో ఉండే ఎనీ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ దాన్ని తీసుకుని చేయొచ్చు. మేడం ఫస్ట్ చెప్పింది కొల్లేరు కలంగానే మేడం నాకు అప్పుడు వరకు కూడా నాకు ఉండదు. బెడ్ విలేజెస్ ఉంటాయండి, బెడ్ విలేజెస్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, బెడ్ విలేజెస్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది వెంటనే నాకు అంటే బెడ్ విలేజెస్ ఉంటుందని నేషనల్కి తెలియదు. మనకి ఇక్కడ మనకి ఏలూరులో ఉండేది తెలిసింది కానీ మొత్తం అందరికీ తెలియదు కదా. ఫస్ట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ మనము దానిని ఇది చేయగలిగాము అనమాట, ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడము. ఈ బెడ్ విలేజెస్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, బెడ్ విలేజెస్ లో లైఫ్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, బెడ్ విలేజెస్ లో ఉండే వెజిటేషన్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది, బెడ్ విలేజెస్ లో ఉండే వెజిటేషన్ ఉంటుంది, వాటర్ క్వాలిటీ ఇక్కడ డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి ఇవన్నీ మనం డేటా డెవలప్ చేయడానికి స్కోప్ ఉంది కాబట్టి అక్కడ చేయాలి మేడం. అలా పర్టికులర్ గా ఎనీ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ రాగానే మనం ఏంటంటే ఆ టైప్ ఆఫ్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ అనేది మనకు వచ్చినట్లయితే కనుక మనం దేన్నైనా సరే రీసెర్చ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కింద తీసుకుని మనం చేయడానికి అవకాశం ఉంది. కాబట్టి మీకు చెప్పినట్టుగా ఏంటంటే రికార్డింగ్ సిస్టమ్ కి, బయాలజిక్ సిస్టమ్ కి, ఎనర్జీ ఇన్పుట్ కి ఈ ఉండే ఇంటర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో దానిని ఏదో ఒక ఫ్యాక్టర్ మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుని దాని మీద కనుక డెవలప్ చేయడానికి నేచర్ కనుక మనకు ఉండేటట్లయితే కనుక మంచి అవుట్పుట్ ఆఫ్ ది నాలెడ్జ్. అందుకని కాకపోతే ఈ టైప్ ఆఫ్ అప్రోచ్ అనేది ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి అలాగా థింక్ చేయాల్సిన నెసెసిటీ. అలాగే ప్రజెంట్ అరకు కాఫీ అరకు కాఫీ అంటే రైల్వే స్టేషన్స్, ఎయిర్పోర్ట్స్, సెక్రటరేట్స్, ఇవన్నీ చోట కూడా మనకు మామూలుగా కాఫీ ఎక్కడైనా అవైలబుల్. ప్రసాద్ గారు అనే ఎవరో అరకు వెళ్ళి ఒక రీసెర్చ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేద్దాం ఫార్మర్స్ మీద అని చెప్పి ఫార్మర్స్ మీద మాట్లాడి చాలాసేపు మాట్లాడేసి మనం వచ్చేసేటప్పుడు వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫార్మర్ వచ్చి, సార్ కౌలు ఎవరైనా చెప్తారు సార్, ఈ కౌలు చెప్తే వల్ల మాకేం ఉపయోగం, మేమేం చేయలేము సార్, మీరు ఏదో చెప్తారా వెళ్ళిపోతారా అన్నాను. సరే ఆయన వెళ్ళిపోయాడు. వెళ్ళిపోయిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ వెళ్ళిపోయి ఆయన క్వశ్చన్ అడిగిన ఆయన ఎవరో అంటే రాంగ్ నెంబర్ ఎవరు అడిగాడు అని చెప్పి వదిలేదు. రియల్ గా ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని చెప్పాడు కాబట్టి రాంగ్ నెంబర్ కాదే అని అతన్ని ఐడెంటిఫై చేసుకుని అతని ఇంటికి వెళ్ళి ఆయనతో పాటు 2 రోజులు ఉండి, ఆ 2 రోజులు ఉండిన తర్వాత మొత్తం ఓవరాల్ గా చూసి వాళ్ళంతా కాఫీ ప్లాంటేషన్ వర్క్ చేసే గ్రూప్ మీద ఐడెంటిఫై చేసి వస్తా వెంటనే ఇమీడియట్ గా అరకు కాఫీ అని ఒక లేబులింగ్ పెట్టి అన్ని చోట్ల కూడా ప్రమోట్ చేయండి. బట్ అట్ ది సేమ్ టైం ఆ అరకు కాఫీ ఎక్కడైతే ఉంటారో అక్కడ ఉన్న చోట్ల కూడా ట్రైబల్ పీపుల్ ఎవరైతే ఉంటారో వాళ్ళని ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ పెట్టండి అనేది ఒక ఇన్నోవేటివ్. అంటే అక్కడైతే ఒక రీసెర్చ్ కి ఇన్నోవేషన్ కి ఏం లేదు, అంటే జనరల్ ఇంటరాక్షన్ అండ్ అట్ ది సేమ్ టైం ద క్వశ్చన్ కెన్ బి రైజ్డ్ ఇన్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఇండివిడ్యువల్ దట్ కెన్ బి గివింగ్ ద ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ అండ్ ఇన్నోవేషన్ దేర్. అట్లాగా మనం చూసినట్లయితే ప్రతి ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ మనకి ఎదురయ్యే ప్రతి ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ నుంచి కూడా మనం ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఐడెంటిఫై చేసుకుంటే దానికి సాల్వేషన్ కానీ సైంటిఫిక్ డిఫరెన్స్ కానీ టెక్నాలజికల్ ఓరియంటేషన్ కానీ ఎలా డెవలప్ చేయవచ్చు అనేది మేజర్ గా రీసెర్చ్ యొక్క ఇంపార్టెన్స్. దట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ అప్రోచ్ అంటే ఆ స్పార్క్ అనేది మైండ్ లో ఉంటే థాట్ అనేది అలా డెవలప్ అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి ఆ అప్రోచ్ మనం అనుగుణంగా రీసెర్చ్ ఓరియంటేషన్ మనం మైండ్ లో ఇన్కల్కులేట్ చేసుకోవాలి, ముఖ్యంగా ఇన్ ఫ్యాకల్టీ అండ్ అట్ ది సేమ్ టైం స్టూడెంట్స్ కూడా ఏంటంటే ఏదైనా ఒక రైటప్ చేయాలని అనుకునేటప్పుడు ఈ అన్ని ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ని దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకుని ఆ ఓరియంటేషన్స్ లో మీరు అందరూ ముందుకు వెళ్ళాలని కోరుకుంటున్నాను. ఇలాగే ఈ సైన్స్ రిలవెన్స్ అనేది కాదు, ఏదైనా కానీ రీసెర్చ్ ఓరియంటేషన్ ఆ అప్రోచ్ అనేది మనకు ఉన్నారు. కాబట్టి ఈ ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే అడగండి అసలు.
ఏదైనా ఉంటే అడగండి, 2-3 డౌట్లు. అర్థమైందా?
ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ రీసెర్చ్ కదా, ఎవరికైనా ఏ సబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఉన్నా సరే జనరల్ గా డిస్కస్ చేయొచ్చు.
ఏంటంటే సైంటిఫిక్ బెంట్ ఆఫ్ మైండ్ అనేది ఉండాలి, అది ఇన్కల్కులేట్ చేసుకోవాల్సిన నెసెసిటీ. ఓకేనా?
ఏ సబ్జెక్ట్ గురించి అయినా ఏ సబ్జెక్ట్ లో రీసెర్చ్ మాట్లాడాలి, కొన్ని రీసెర్చ్ కామన్ కదా. మీరు ఎక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం ఫేస్ చేస్తున్నారు? మన కాలేజీలో రీసెర్చ్ పేపర్ కావాలి, ఇయర్లీ 2 సెమిస్టర్ చెప్పిన అడుగుతున్నారు. దానికి మీరు ఫేస్ చేసే డిఫికల్టీస్ ఏంటి, దాన్ని ఎలా ఓవర్కమ్ చేయాలో ఒక ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ప్రెజెంటర్ గా ఆయన చెప్తారు. ఏ సబ్జెక్ట్ అయినా మాట్లాడండి.
సెలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ది టాపిక్ అంటే మనకి ర్యాండమ్ డేటా కలెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా, మనకి రిలవెంట్ గా మన టాపిక్ ఎలా మనం అనలైజ్ చేస్తాం.
యాక్చువల్గా సైన్స్ స్ట్రీమ్, సోషల్ సైన్సెస్, టెక్నాలజీ ఈ 3 కూడా మనం తీసుకుంటే సైన్స్ లో మళ్ళీ డిఫరెంట్ ఉంటుంది, అలాగే సోషల్ సైన్స్ డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి, టెక్నాలజీ డిఫరెన్సెస్. యాక్చువల్గా సైన్స్ గా వచ్చేటప్పుడు సెలక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రాబ్లమ్ అనేది చూసినట్టయితే మేజర్ గా ఎలా ఉండాలి అంటే ఫస్ట్ మనం థింక్ చేసేదంటే మన సబ్జెక్ట్ కి మీద మనకి అవగాహన ఉంది అని అనుకున్నప్పుడు బాటనీ ఉంది, బాటనీ కానీ లేదా జువాలజీ కానీ ఉంది, లేకపోతే కెమిస్ట్రీ ఉంది. దీనిలో మేజర్ గా మనం బేసిక్ సెలక్షన్ లో మనం తీసుకునే ప్రాబ్లమ్ 4 సబ్జెక్ట్ కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి ఉండాలి ఫస్ట్ బేసిక్. ఎందుకు కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి ఉండాలంటే ఆల్రెడీ పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ లో కొంత ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉంటుంది, కొంత దాని మీద ఒక ఐడియా ఉంటుంది, చదువుతూ ఉంటారు. చదివినప్పుడు దాన్ని కనుక మనం రీసెర్చ్ ఓరియంటేషన్ గా డెవలప్ చేయాలని అనుకునేటట్టయితే ఆ బేసిక్స్ నుంచి అడ్వాన్స్మెంట్ కి ఏం జరుగుతుంది ప్రజెంట్ సిచ్యువేషన్ అనేది లిటరేచర్ అనేది మనకు కొంత ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇస్తుంది. ఆ లిటరేచర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత మనం ఈ ప్రాబ్లం మీద కంటిన్యూస్ గా వర్క్ చేయగలము, ఇక్కడ గ్యాప్స్ ఉన్నాయి అనేది మన లిటరేచర్ ద్వారా ఐడెంటిఫై చేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఆ ప్రాబ్లం మనం ఇక్కడ ఫిక్స్ అయిపోవాలి. ఆ ఫిక్స్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత దాన్ని ఇంటర్ డిసిప్లినరీ అప్రోచ్, ఈ కెమిస్ట్రీని హ్యూమన్ హెల్త్ అప్లికేషన్ గా, లేకపోతే హ్యూమన్ వెల్ఫేర్ అప్లికేషన్స్ గా, లేకపోతే కెమిస్ట్రీ రిలేటెడ్ టు ద డ్రగ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ గా, లేదా కెమిస్ట్రీ రిలేటెడ్ టు ద ఎనీ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్నోవేటివ్ ప్రొడక్ట్ గా అనేది చూస్ చేసుకుని అప్పుడు దాని మీద మనం దిగాలి. అలాగే మెయిన్ గా సోషల్ సైన్సెస్ చూసినట్టయితే సోషల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ డీవియేట్ అయిపోతా ఉన్నాయి. అంటే ఈ రోజు ఉన్న ప్రాబ్లం రేపు ఉన్నది, రేపు ఉన్న ప్రాబ్లం ఎప్పుడు ఉన్నది. అలాగే ఈ రోజు ఉన్న ప్రొడక్ట్ రేపు ఉన్నది, రేపు ఉన్న ప్రొడక్ట్ ఎదురు ఉన్నది. అలా చేంజింగ్ సినారియో ఉంది. సోషల్ చేంజ్ ఇస్ కామన్. ఇలా సోషల్ చేంజ్ జరుగుతూ ఉన్న సిచ్యువేషన్ లో సోషల్ సైన్స్ రీసెర్చ్ అనేది చూసినట్లయితే మేజర్ గా కన్సర్న్ ఆబ్జెక్టివిటీ ఏదైతే మనం తీసుకుంటామో, మనం నేను హిస్టారికల్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్స్ కానీ, లేదంటే ఎకనామిక్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్స్ కానీ, లేదంటే పర్టికులర్ గా సోషలాజికల్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్స్ కానీ, అలాగే లేదు ఏదైనా ఒక ఐడియాలజీ ఓరియంటేషన్స్ మీద కానీ మనం ఒకటి తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఆ వాటి మీద మనకి గ్యాప్స్ ఏదైతే ఉంటాయో, లేకపోతే మనం చెప్పే వాటికి సైంటిఫిక్ ఎవిడెన్స్ కానీ ఏదైనా ప్రాపర్ ఎవిడెన్స్ కానీ లేదనుకున్నప్పుడు దాని మీద లిటరేచర్ మీద బేస్ చేసుకుని ప్రాబ్లం ఫిక్స్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడే మనకి ప్రీవియస్ లిటరేచర్ అనేది గివింగ్ ఏ బ్యాక్ బోన్ టు యువర్ మీ స్ట్రెంగ్త్ అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి అటువంటిది నా వచ్చేసరికి ఏంటంటే మేజర్ గా ప్యూర్లీ అప్లికేషన్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది సైంటిఫిక్ ఫిజిక్స్ ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ కానీ, కెమిస్ట్రీ కానీ, లేదంటే ఎనీ ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఏదైతే ఆ ప్రిన్సిపల్ బేస్ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో ఆ ప్రిన్సిపల్ అప్లికేషన్ ఓరియంటేషన్ లో టెక్నాలజీ అప్లిఫ్ట్ చేసేటప్పుడు వాట్ ఆర్ ద క్రైసిసెస్ కెన్ బి ఐడెంటిఫైడ్ అని చూసుకునేటట్లయితే మేజర్ గా ఇండస్ట్రియల్ ప్రాసెస్ లో ఉపయోగించే మొత్తం టోటల్ మిషన్ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో అదంతా కూడా టెక్నాలజీ అప్లిఫ్ట్మెంట్ అనేది మనం చూస్తాం. కరెంట్ టెక్నాలజీ అప్లిఫ్ట్మెంట్ అనేది ప్రజెంట్ ప్లేయింగ్ మేజర్. అందుకని దాని మీద కూడా మేజర్ గా ఈ టెక్నాలజీ అప్రోచెస్ లో మళ్ళీ ఐటీ బేస్డ్, కంప్యూటర్ బేస్డ్, కంప్యూటేషన్ డేటా సైన్స్, తర్వాత ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్, మిషన్ లెర్నింగ్, ఇలా రకరకాల ఇంటర్ప్రిటేషన్స్ అంటే మల్టీ డిసిప్లినరీ అప్రోచ్. నేను చేసిన సిఎస్సి అవ్వచ్చు, ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఇలా దాని మీద అట్లాగా మా ఇంటర్ప్రిటేషన్స్ అన్ని ఇండిఫరెంట్ గా ఉంటూ వస్తా ఉంటాయి. కాబట్టి ఆ ఎక్స్ప్లోరేషన్స్ కాబట్టి ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఆ ఓరియంటేషన్ అనేది కంపల్సరీగా మనం ఉన్నట్లయితే అసలు ఇన్నోవేటివ్ గా మనం చేయగలిగే రీసెర్చ్ ఉంటుంది.
మనకి లైసెన్సెస్ కేటగిరీ కూడా కొంతమంది రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకున్నారు. వారికి ఇంకా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వచ్చిందని దాని మీద ఒక సర్వీస్ చేస్తుంది. ఎలాంటి చేసుకోవచ్చు
ఓకే, లైఫ్ సైన్సెస్ వచ్చేసరికి మేజర్ గా మనం ఏంటంటే ప్లాంట్ సైన్సెస్, యానిమల్ సైన్సెస్, ఈ రెండు కూడా దాంట్లో మేజర్ గా మనం చూసుకునే ఈ మెటబాలిక్ యాక్టివిటీస్ ఏవైతే ఉంటాయో అవన్నీ కూడా బయోకెమిస్ట్రీ రిలవెన్స్. కాబట్టి మనకి మెటబాలజీలో జరిగేదంతా కూడా కెమికల్స్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ అనేది బయోకెమికల్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది మెటబాలజీ ప్రాసెస్. అందుకే కంపల్సరీగా మనం తీసుకునే ఏ మెటబాలిక్ ప్రాసెస్ అయినా కానీ, కన్వర్షన్స్ కానీ, లేకపోతే ఇది కానీ చేయాలి అని అనుకునేటప్పుడు బయోకెమిస్ట్రీ రిలవెన్స్ తో చేయొచ్చు, లేదంటే ఫుడ్ అండ్ న్యూట్రిషన్ రిలవెన్స్ తో చేయొచ్చు, అంటే థెరపటిక్ వాల్యూస్. కాబట్టి ఇంటర్ డిసిప్లినరీ అప్రోచ్ ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే బై ప్లాంట్ బై ప్రొడక్ట్ ఏంటంటే C6H12O6 అండ్ కార్బోహైడ్రేట్స్. ఈ కార్బోహైడ్రేట్స్ ని జనరల్ గా మళ్ళీ ఎగైన్ మనం దాని కన్వర్షన్స్ లో చూసుకున్నట్లయితే ఈ కార్బోహైడ్రేట్ అనేది బయోకెమికల్ గా మనం పిలుస్తాం. కార్బోహైడ్రేట్ అనేది జనరల్ గా సపరేట్ గా చూసినట్లయితే నార్మల్ కెమికల్ గా ఉంటుంది, కానీ బయోకెమికల్ కింద వచ్చేసరికి ఇది బయోకెమిస్ట్రీ పార్ట్ అండ్ ప్రాసెస్. ఈ బయోకెమిస్ట్రీలో వచ్చినప్పుడు ఈ కార్బోహైడ్రేట్ మెటబాలిజం కానీ కార్బోహైడ్రేట్ కన్వర్షన్స్ కానీ ఏ విధంగా మారితే ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్ట్ డెవలప్ అవుతుంది అనేది మనం బయోకెమిస్ట్రీ మనం కొంత స్టడీ చేసినట్లయితే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా రిలవెన్స్ టు బాటనీ టు ది బయోకెమిస్ట్రీ ఓరియంటేషన్ చేసుకుంటూ అట్లా ఇంటర్ డిసిప్లినరీ చేసుకోవాల్సిన అంటే యాక్చువల్ గా మనకి మీకు ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పాను కదా నేను ఏదైనా ఒక ప్లాంట్ తీసుకునేటైతే లాస్ట్ 2000 లో ఏం చేశారంటే దీనిలో ప్రైమరీ పాలిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి సెకండరీ పాలిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి ఇవి ఏదైనా పని చేస్తే ఇది కానీ ఇప్పుడు అక్కడతో స్టాప్ లేదు సెకండరీ పాలిటీస్ ప్రైమరీ పాలిటీస్ టెంపరరీ కాంపోజిషన్ అంటే ఆ టెంపరరీ కాంపోజిషన్ ఏ బయోకెమికల్ బట్టి ఏ విధమైన ఫిజియోలాజికల్ చేంజెస్ జరుగుతూ ఉన్నాయి అని ఇప్పుడు అది కూడా అడ్వాన్స్ ఏంటంటే దాన్ని బట్టి గ్రీన్ సింథసిస్ చేసి దానిలో ఏమేమి నానో పార్టికల్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఆ నానో పార్టికల్స్ అనేవి ఏ విధంగా ఇంపాక్ట్ అయ్యి ఏ విధంగా రెగ్యులేట్ చేయగలుగుతుంది అనేది జరుగుతాం అలా మనం చూసినట్లయితే ఎనీ ఆస్పెక్ట్ పర్టికులర్గా మనం బేసిక్ గా చూసిన ప్రొడక్ట్ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో ఆ ప్రొడక్ట్ యొక్క లెవెల్స్ లో వచ్చేసరికి మాలిక్యులర్ లెవెల్ కానీ నానో పార్టికల్ లెవెల్స్ వరకు కూడా ఇప్పుడు రీసెర్చ్ అనేది మేజర్ గా సైన్స్ లైఫ్ సైన్స్ కాబట్టి ఆ అప్రోచ్ అనేది అంటే జనరల్ గా నానో పార్టికల్స్ అంటే ఇంత ముందు మామూలు స్టీల్ స్పూన్ అనేవాళ్ళు సిల్వర్ స్పూన్ ఎందుకంటే సిల్వర్ నానో పార్టికల్స్ మన తినే ఫుడ్ ఇంపాక్ట్ లాంగ్ అవసరం ఉండాలనేది కాన్సెప్ట్ అంటే దోస్తానికి సిటీ కూడా కానీ సైంటిఫిక్ ఎవిడెన్స్ అలా కొన్ని మన అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ అనేది కామన్ గా కూడా మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకుంటూ అటువంటి అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ నుంచి మనం ప్రాబ్లం డెవలప్ చేయాలి చేసుకుంటే దాని మీద కన్సిస్టెంట్ గా మీరు మన ఎవిడెన్స్ డెవలప్ చేసుకుంటే మీకు ఆటోమేటిక్ గా మీకు సైంటిఫిక్ ఎవిడెన్స్ వస్తుంది ఓకేనా
మాట్లాడుతున్నారు అడుగుతారా సబ్జెక్ట్ గురించి ఇంకొకటి మా అకాడమిక్ సంబంధించి ఫండింగ్ కోసం మాకు సెంట్రల్ ఏజెన్సీస్ కానీ స్టేట్ ఏజెన్సీస్ కానీ ఇలాంటి స్టడీస్ మా ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ లో మా చేయడానికి ప్రాజెక్ట్స్
రీసెర్చ్ చేయవలసినకి మేజర్ ఏంటంటే పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ అనేది కంపల్సరీ చేయాలి పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ అయిపోయిన వెంటనే రిలవెంట్ సబ్జెక్ట్ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఆ సబ్జెక్ట్ పరంగా సిఎస్ఐఆర్ లేదంటే యూజీసీ ఈ రెండు కూడా క్వాలిఫై అయ్యారంటే జనరల్ గా మీకు ప్రాజెక్ట్ కింద వస్తుంది మంత్లీ ఒక 36,000 హౌస్ రెంట్ అలవెన్స్ కంటిన్యూస్ వస్తుంది అంటే రీసెర్చ్ కి జనరల్ గా ఫండింగ్ ఉండేటట్లయితే మీ యొక్క రీసెర్చ్ అనేది మాలిక్యులర్ లెవెల్ వరకు కానీ ఎనాలిసిస్ పార్ట్ కానీ లేదంటే యాక్యురసీ ప్లస్ వ్యాలిడిటీ ఉండేది రెండు కూడా చేయడానికి మీకు రీసెర్చ్ ఫండింగ్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ చేసే సైన్స్ విద్యార్థులందరూ కూడా ఈ సిఎస్ఐఆర్ కానీ లేదంటే యూజీసీ నెట్ కానీ క్వాలిఫై అవుతారు అలాగే సోషల్ సైన్స్ అంటే ఐసిసిఎస్ఆర్ అంటే ఐసిసిఎస్ఆర్ ఉంటుంది ఆ దాని ద్వారా మనం చూసినట్టయితే మీకు సోషల్ సైన్స్ కి ఫండింగ్ ఇస్తారు పర్టికులర్గా ఐసిసిఎస్ఆర్ ఇవే కాకుండా మనకి చూసినట్టే కామన్ ఫెలోషిప్స్ కూడా ఉంటుంది ఈ కామన్ ఫెలోషిప్స్ వచ్చినట్టయితే మీరు గ్లోబల్ లెవెల్ లో కొన్ని కంట్రీస్ లో మీకు రీసెర్చ్ అసిస్టెంట్స్ ఇచ్చి అక్కడ ఎమిషన్స్ ప్రాసెస్ జరగడానికి కూడా స్కోప్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఆ కామన్ ఫెలోషిప్స్ కూడా మీరు పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ అయినా చూడాలి కంపల్సరీగా కాకుండా ఏంటంటే డిగ్రీతో ఆపరేట్ చేయకుండా పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ చేసి ఆ పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ తర్వాత మీరు ఈ అప్రోచెస్ కనుక మీకు ఉన్నట్లయితే మీకు ఫుల్ఫిల్మెంట్ ఫండింగ్ వస్తాము స్టూడెంట్స్ అలాగే ఫ్యాకల్టీ కూడా యాక్చువల్గా మన డిఎస్సి డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ సైన్స్ అండ్ టెక్నాలజీ కానీ లేదంటే మినిస్ట్రీ ఆఫ్ ఫారెస్ట్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ కానీ ఇలా మనకి మినిస్ట్రీస్ అన్నింటిలో కూడా కామన్ గా ఫండింగ్ అనేది రీసెర్చ్ అండ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ కి మార్క్ చేస్తారు కాబట్టి మనం ఆ వెబ్సైట్స్ అన్ని చూసుకుని జాగ్రత్తగా ఎప్పుడు పడ్డారో దాన్ని మాత్రం చేసుకోవాలి మనకు ఆ అప్రోచ్ అనేది చూస్తారు కాబట్టి కంపల్సరీగా గవర్నమెంట్ వెబ్సైట్స్ ఏదైతే ఉంటాయో వాటిని స్టడీ చేయాలి చూడకుండా ఈ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వెబ్సైట్స్ న్యూస్ క్రాఫ్ట్స్ గవర్నమెంట్ చూసినట్లయితే ఆ
స్టేట్ గవర్నమెంట్ కూడా కన్సర్న్ మినిస్ట్రీస్ ఏదైతే ఉంటాయో ఆ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వెబ్సైట్స్ స్టడీ చేస్తే మనకి 50% ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ 50% ఆఫ్ డేటా మనకి ఎదురైపోతుంది. రిమైనింగ్ వాటిని మనం ఎలా డెవలప్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అనేది తీసుకోవచ్చు అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా? ఎస్పెషల్లీ నేను లీవ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఫ్యాకల్టీకి ఏమవుతున్నాయి ఫ్యాకల్టీ ఏమైనా రెస్పాండింగ్ వస్తుందా మా ఫ్యాకల్టీకి ఇప్పుడు ఫ్యాకల్టీ అలా అప్లై చేస్తే తెలుసు థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ సార్. చాలా ఎలాబరేట్ మొత్తం రీసెర్చ్ మ్యాథాలజీ గురించి జనరల్ గా అన్ని సబ్జెక్ట్స్ బాగా చెప్పారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ సార్.
Thank you so much, sir.
Research work in interdisciplinary academic లంచ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏర్పాటు చేసినందుకు మేనేజ్మెంట్ కి ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తూ ముందు నడిపించిన ప్రిన్సిపల్ డాక్టర్ కె రామరాజు గారికి, వైస్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ కె విశ్వేశ్వరరావు గారికి, వైస్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ రత్నాకర్ గారికి, ఐకేసి కన్వీనర్ డాక్టర్ జి రాము గారికి, ఫ్యాకల్టీ మెంబర్స్, పార్టిసిపెంట్స్, స్టూడెంట్స్, థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఈ సెషన్ చాలా హ్యాపీగా చాలా ఉపయోగపడిందని ఆశిస్తున్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. ఒక చిన్న రిక్వెస్ట్, మన రిసోర్స్ పర్సన్ ఫెసిలిటేట్ చేయడానికి స్టేజ్ మీద ఆమె 2:30కి మనకి నెక్స్ట్ సెషన్ మాట్లాడుతుంది. ఇక్కడే ఆడియన్స్ భాగంలోనే మళ్ళీ అసెంబ్లీలో థ్యాంక్ యూ అంటారు.
జనం ఉందా మళ్ళీ అదెవరు దీనికి సన్మానం లేదా సన్మానం చేయలేదా చెప్పిందా
నీళ్ళు రాపదేశం తాగి బాగుపడు నెక్స్ట్ లో ముగ్గురు వచ్చారా ముగ్గురు వచ్చారా